All right. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Welcome to your weekly yoga practice. My name is Gail. Let's begin in child's pose, coming onto your hands and knees. Separate the knees a little wider than the hips, toes together. You're either reaching arms forward on the mat or reaching the arms back behind you, forehead on the mat. Please remember to modify your practice as it makes sense today. Right, challenge yourself where you can, back off as needed. And we'll meet somewhere in between. So as we begin, just taking a few moments as we let ourselves settle into the space. Soften into the edges. Feel the shoulders relax down away from the ears. As you start deepening the breath, you'll feel the ribs expand as you inhale, softening as you exhale. So continue lengthening the breath each time so that these are some of the deepest breaths of the day so far. Good. The breath will help keep the mind quiet. And if you'd like to set an intention for your practice today, feel free to do that. Let's give ourselves another 2 more breaths. And start to come up onto hands and knees. We'll release the shoulders a little bit. Big inhale, lift up the right arm. Exhaling, thread the right arm under the left. Bring your shoulder all the way to the mat, head down. You're looking toward the left side of the room, either sliding the left arm through the top edge of the mat, or if it feels good to do so, and as long as it continues contributing space to the practice, then you can lift the left arm, wrap it around the lower back. You can hook the fingertips. Right, so if you get into a spot like this where you're taking a little half bind, you want to make sure that things are still opening. You're not just sagging into the stretch, right? Well, let's give it one more deep breath. As you start releasing out, returning back to hands and knees, we'll set up the other side. Big inhale, left arm up. Exhaling, thread the arm under the right side, shoulder down, head down. You're looking to the right side and either taking your stretch with the right arm reaching through the top edge of the mat, or lifting up the right arm, wrapping it around the lower back. But again, only if this adds space, no collapsing into the body. Let's give it one more deep breath. And coming back again onto hands and knees, let's go right into our down dog. Spread the fingers wide, lining up the wrist crease with the front edge of the mat, inner elbow creases forward, hips up and back. Feel free, if you like, in your first down dog to walk out the feet as you bend one knee, the other, stretching out the legs. Just shaking off the dust, shaking off the cobwebs, right? If you haven't done anything yet so far this morning. Yeah, good way to wake up the body. Let's put a little bend in the knees, look forward through the hands, walk or hop the feet up to the front of the mat. Folding over the legs, keep your feet about hip width distance apart. Interlace all 10 fingers behind the back, let the arms reach toward the sky overhead. Keep the knees soft, maybe even bend up the knees nice and deep if that feels good. Let's give it one more deep breath. Relaxing the arms down toward the mat, begin rolling up slowly. Press down as you uncurl, coming all the way up. And head up, drop the shoulders back, palms slightly forward, Tadasana. Press down through the legs, big inhale, sweep the arms around and up overhead, look up at your thumbs. Exhale, dive over the legs. Lift the chest on the inhale. Send the left leg back as you exhale, lift the right arm, big inhale, low lunge twist, let's hold. You're welcome to drop the back knee if you want. Block under the bottom hand if you choose. Keep the right heel firmly anchored, point the right knee forward. Look up, one more deep breath. On the exhale, lower the right hand, down dog, step the right foot back. Good. On your inhale, bring it forward to plank. Lower the right knee as you exhale. Spin the back foot flat, setting up a modified side plank. Sweep the left arm back around, then up overhead. Peek up toward the left fingertips. Give it one more deep breath in. On the exhale, lower the left hand. Return to down dog, stepping the right foot back. Holding for one more full breath. And then on your inhale, pick up the right leg. Exhale, low lunge, step your right foot to the thumb. Step all the way up to the front of the mat, drop the head down, front of the mat. Roll up slowly to stand once again. Keeping the breath moving. Drop the shoulders back, Tadasana. Press down through the legs, inhale, sweep the arms around and up overhead, look up. Exhale, dive over the legs. Lift the chest on the inhale, stepping the right leg back as you exhale. Low lunge twist, inhale the left arm up. You're holding here. Again, you can modify, drop the back knee. Use a block under the bottom hand if you need. Let's give it one more full breath in. Exhale, lower the left hand, down dog. Step the left foot back. Big inhale, take it forward to plank, then lower the left knee to the back of the bottom of the mat. Right heel spins flat, sweep the right arm back around and up overhead. Looking up toward the right fingertips. One more full breath in. Exhale the right hand down, down dog. Return the left foot back. Good, holding here, deep breath in. Holding, deep breath out. Inhaling, pick up the left leg. Exhale, low lunge, left foot to the left thumb. Step all the way forward to the front of the mat, fold over the legs. One last time, rolling up slowly. Round up one vertebra at a time until your head comes up last. Drop the shoulders back, palms slightly forward, Tadasana. Big inhale, sweep the arms around and up. Urdhva Hastasana, look up at your thumbs. Exhaling, dive over the legs. Chest up on the inhale, maybe palms to shins to lengthen. Exhaling, plank. You can jump it to Chaturanga if that's in your practice. Maybe even lower the knees to modify. Come into a back bend, low cobra, Bhujangasana, elbows bending. Returning to downward facing or take child's pose. We're here for 3 deep breaths. One more full breath. And from your downward facing dog, little bend in the knees, look forward, step or hop the feet up to the front of the mat. Lift up the chest, big inhale. Exhale, round down, folding over the legs, feet together, toes, heels, all the way side by side. Bend the knees deep. Utkatasana, lift the arms high. Drop the shoulders out of the ears. Let the toes rest nice and easy on the mat. And if you peek down, you should be able to see your toes. If not, shift the hips back a little bit more and try to return your gaze either forward or eyes up between the hands. One more deep breath in. Then exhale, dive over the legs. Send the left leg back in a low lunge. Let's warrior one, back heel 45-degree angle. Keep the front knee bending deep. Sweep the arms high. Sweep the arms back behind you, setting up humble warrior. Interlace all 10 fingers, heart open, then round it down. You're either folding over the front leg or slightly inside the right knee. Let's give it one more deep breath. And press through the legs, lead through the crown of the head, return warrior one, arms up. Warrior two, take it out to the side. Reverse the warrior, sweep the right arm high. Low lunge, windmill both hands to the mat, turn on the back toes. Down dog split, sweep the right leg up and back. On the exhale, bring the knee to the nose, round it in. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale to low lunge, right foot to thumb. Step all the way to the front of the mat, fold over the legs. Head down, bring both feet all the way back together again. Bend the knees deep, Utkatasana, lift the arms high. Good, dive over the legs, let it go, head down. Right foot back, low lunge, setting up warrior one, Virabhadrasana, right heel, 45-degree angle, sweep the arms all the way up. Humble warrior, sweep the arms back behind you. Change the grip as you interlace fingers so the opposite pinky finger sits on top. As you exhale, round it down. Soften the head down. Let's give it one more breath. Keep the legs strong, press down, lift all the way up. Warrior one, arms to the sky. Warrior two, take it out to the side, bending deep through the left knee. On your next inhale, let's reverse the warrior. Left arm, reach it over. Windmill both hands to the mat, low lunge. Down dog split, left leg up and back. On an exhale, pull the knee to the nose, round it in. Inhaling the left leg up. Exhale, low lunge, foot through the hands. Step all the way up to the front of the mat, fold over the legs. Return feet together, toes, heels touch. Bend the knees, Utkatasana. We're going to add on this time, palms together at the heart. Take a twist to the right, hook the left elbow outside the right knee, look over the right shoulder. Keep the knees glued together. On an inhale, bring it to center. Dive over the legs with your exhale, head down. Left leg, step it back, low lunge. Warrior one, back heel spins down, float the arms up. Good. Sweep the arms back, humble warrior, interlace fingers, inhale. Rounding on the exhale. On an inhale, start to lift the chest about halfway. Turn on the back toes so the hips level out. Warrior three, back leg lifts up off the mat. Draw the shoulders back. Try to level the hips. Keep the left hip dropping down. Bring it back to warrior one again. Left foot back, heel on the mat, arms overhead. Warrior two, take it out to the side. Reverse the warrior, sweep the right arm up. Let's straighten the right leg. Adding triangle pose, Trikonasana, turn the arms. Lower the right hand, lift the left arm up. Keep a soft bend in the front knee, like a micro bend, right? So if the front leg can be nicely straight, we want to avoid locking out the knee. If you want to put a block under the right hand, you can do that too. Keep the chest up, lifting through the torso. Gaze up if you can. Good. Then shift your gaze toward the right foot, setting up half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. Put an actual bend in the right knee as the right hand reaches forward. Maybe a block under the hand as the left leg lifts up off the mat. Right, half moon pose. Let your left toes point away from you so your top hip in a very subtle way starts to like turn in. This is gonna make it easier on the standing leg, on the hip, right? Let's give it one more deep breath, turning your gaze if you can. Let's come into a standing split pose. Lower the left hand, soften your forehead to the right shin, transition to low lunge again with your left toes touching back on the mat. Down dog split, lift the right leg up and back. On an exhale, bring the knee to the nose, round it in. Inhale, right leg up. Step to low lunge, exhale your foot through the hands, step all the way forward to the front, fold over the legs, feet together, toes and heels touch, bend the knees deep, Utkatasana, chair pose. Palms together at the heart, we're twisting to the left, looking over the left shoulder. Keep the shoulders dropping out of the ears, thumbs at your heart center. With an inhale, bring it to center, dive over the legs. Right foot back, low lunge, warrior one, Virabhadrasana. Back heel spins down with the arms. Humble warrior, arms back, change the grip, interlace fingers. Rounding it down. It'll be an inhale, taking the chest up about halfway. Turn on the back toes, hips level out. Warrior three, right leg up off the mat. Press the right heel back, drop the right hip a little bit. Bring it back to warrior one, right foot on the mat, heel down, arms high. Warrior two, take it out to the side, look over the left middle finger. Reversing the warrior, left arm up. Straightening out the left leg, Trikonasana, triangle pose, turn the arms. Both arms continue reaching in opposite directions. So the left arm reaches down, but the right arm actively reaching up. All right, shift your gaze if you can. Micro bend the left knee, block under the hand if you need, or just you can let your fingertips reach toward the mat. Good. Shifting your gaze now toward the left foot, slightly in front of the left foot, half moon pose, Ardha Chandrasana. Put a little bend in the left knee, reach the left arm out, right leg floated off the mat. Block under the left hand if you need the height. Point the right toes away from you. Use the breath. And when you're ready, shift your gaze. Maybe look up at your right fingertips one more time. Standing split pose, lower the right hand, forehead to the front shin, one breath. Low lunge, right toes touch back, down dog split, left leg up and back. Bring the knee to the nose, round it in. Inhaling the left leg up. Low lunge, foot through the hands. Step all the way up to the front of the mat, fold over the legs. With your feet about hip width distance apart, that's approximately the space of 2 fists between the feet. Padangusthasana, grabbing onto your big toes in yogi toe locks. First 2 fingers of each hand. Lift the chest on the inhale. Then exhale, round it down. Shoulders out of the ears, hips high. If you're modifying here, you're just going to fold over both legs with hands on opposite elbows. Let's give it one more deep breath. Start lifting the chest, big inhale. Exhaling, releasing out the toes. Padahastasana, hand to foot pose. Let's lift the fronts of the feet, lift the toes, slide the hands under. As far as they'll go to the wrist crease. As you exhale, drop the toes down, head down, belly to thighs, forehead toward the shins. If you're holding on to opposite elbows, you're just going to switch the grip. Keep the breath moving. Let's give it one more full breath. Big inhale, start lifting the chest. Exhaling, releasing out the hands from the feet. Good. Bring both hands to your waist, flatten the back, press up slow, all the way up to stand. When you come all the way up, stand tall, let the arms drop down by your side. Big inhale, sweeping the arms around and up overhead. Interlacing all 10 fingers, releasing your index fingers all the way up toward the sky. Hug your biceps close to the ears. Palms glued together. Shift your weight to the right leg. Warrior 3, left leg up and back. Right, hips level. Reaching the arms forward, the left leg reaching all the way back. Keep the breath strong. One more time. Lower your hands to the mat. Low lunge, touch the left toes back on the mat. Let's transition to Warrior 1. Back heel spins down, float the arms up. Let's go right to Warrior 2, reach the arms out to the side. Reverse the Warrior again, right arm, sweep it high. Lower both hands to the inside of the right foot. Coming into Prasarita Padottanasana, walk your hands to the left, bring your right toes in. So you're in a wide-legged forward fold facing the left side of the room. Try to keep the feet parallel to each other. If the knees need to bend here, let them bend. The crown of the head lengthens toward the mat, sit bones high. We're either keeping hands on the mat. If you want to use blocks for height, do that. If you want to grab onto your big toes, or maybe keep hands on the waist, feel free to do that. Right, lots of options here, lots of variations. Right, the punchline is always that we're going for the low back release, the hip stretch, and the hamstring stretch. Give it one more deep breath. Start relaxing the hands toward the mat if they're not already. Lift the chest. Take a low side lunge at the back of the mat. Bend the left knee up. Make sure the left heel stays down. You can pick up the right toes. Let's come into a low lunge at the front of the mat. Plant the right toes down, pointing forward. Walk the hands around. Let's go right back to down dog. Bring the right foot back. You can hold your down dog. You can grab a little child's pose. Or if you want to flow through, take your plank, chaturanga, elbows back. Inhale to back bending, cobra or up dog. Returning to downward facing dog. And let's grab a little child's pose here. Lower the knees, toes together, hips to heels, reaching arms forward or back. Let's start coming back up onto hands and knees. Bring it back to downward facing dog. A little bend in the knees, look forward through the hands, walk or hop the feet up to the front of the mat. Chest up, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round it down. Inhale, sweep the arms around and up overhead, palms together, interlace fingers, index fingers, point them up high. Glue the biceps to the ears, palms glued together, no light or air in between the palms. Start shifting your weight to the left leg, Warrior 3, right leg. Slowly sweep it up and back. Don't let the arms slip away from the ears. Keep it all nice and strong. Right hip drops down. Fingertips reach forward, right leg reaching back. One more breath. Lower the hands to the mat. Low lunge, touch the right toes back on the mat. Warrior 1, back heel spins down. Arms back up. Warrior 2, reach out to the side, look over the left middle finger. Reverse warrior, left arm sweep it high. Lower both hands to the inside of the left foot. Prasarita Padottanasana, wide-legged forward fold. We're going to the right side. Keep the feet parallel, 3 to 4 feet apart. If the knees need to bend, let them bend. If the legs are straight, remember slight micro bend, no locking out the knees. If you want to try a different variation, you can walk the hands out. You can walk the hands back. Hold on to the lower legs, or anything that occurs to you that is still holding the main shape of your wide-legged forward fold. Avoid gripping the toes on the mat. And don't let your feet roll to the little toe side. Let's give it one more deep breath. Big inhale, we're lifting the chest. Exhaling, hands to the mat. Let's take low lunge up, Skandasana, low side lunge to the back of the mat. Bend the right knee. Make sure the heel stays on the mat. As the left leg straightens out, you can pick up the left toes if you like. Low lunge at the front of the mat. Now the left toes plant down, walk the hands around. Down dog. Step your left foot back. You can shake it off, you can stretch it out. Either holding here or flow through. Inhaling plank, chaturanga. Inhale up dog. Taking it back to downward facing dog. Good. All right, let's slow it down a little bit. Pick up the right leg. Let's come into pigeon pose. Put a bend in the knee. Bring the right knee behind the wrist. Left leg back. Sit tall. Use any props, any blocks or blankets if you need under the right hip or thigh. If you're good here, hips nice and level, then you can come all the way into it. Walk the hands out, forehead down. If you need to modify, if you're not good here, then you're going to turn around, lay down on your back, doing the reverse figure 4 with the right ankle above the left knee, hugging the left leg in. And start to walk the hands back in. Lift the head up off the mat. Let's take it right back to downward facing dog. Step the right leg back. Shake it off, stretch it out. Optional if you want to flow through a plank chaturanga, you're welcome to do so. We'll switch up the sides. Big inhale, left leg high. Coming into pigeon, bring the left knee through, right leg back. Sit tall. Level the hips. Use any props if you need under the left hip or thigh, right, to avoid rolling off to one side or the other, right? That's what the props are good for. If you're good here, then walk the hands out. Make sure the right toes continue pointing straight back, forehead down. And again, if you're not good here, please modify. Turn around, lay down on your back, do the reverse figure 4. All right, keeping the breath moving. Let the breath circulate. Your inhales flow right into your exhales. Let's give it one more full breath. And start walking the hands back in. Lift the head up. Remove any props that you might have under your left leg. Roll to the left leg. Bring the right leg around so your right ankle lines up in front of your left in a cross-legged seat. Sukhasana. It's going to look like this. Right, your right ankle lines up in front of the left. So we're going for the hip stretch here, and maybe this is the best place for you to be in the cross-legged seat. If you want to take the deeper hip stretch, optional of course, coming into Gomukhasana, bring your right knee on top of the left. Your feet continue reaching out to the left and to the right. Start with your hands behind the back. If this is right, whether you're here or in the cross-legged, if you have room to do so, you can walk the hands forward, maybe lean into the stretch a little, provided you're not collapsing into the stretch and closing off. Remember what we said at the beginning, we want to create space and open. So as long as you can do that, you're welcome to move as deep as you choose into it. Let's take one more deep breath. And start to walk the hands back in. Release the top leg. Go the other way. So you're either in cross-legged seat with your left ankle in front of the right, or going Gomukhasana the other way. Bring your left knee on top of your right. Keep the feet reaching out to the sides, hands behind the back, sit tall. If that's enough, you're good right here. If you have space to do so, want to work into it a little deeper, walk the hands out, lean in. Let's give it one more deep breath. Good. Start to walk the hands back in. We'll meet all the way upright. Baddha Konasana. Bring the soles of the feet together so your knees drop out. All right, wrap the hands around the tops of your feet. Sit tall. Again, if that's deep enough, stay right where you are. If you have space to do so, you can lean in, shoulders back. All right, bringing the elbows closer in, so if the knees are lifting up, you can use your elbows to gently just help guide the legs down, not forcing anything, of course, please. And coming all the way back up, fold the knees in together, hands back behind you, just windshield wiper the knees from side to side. Yeah. When you're ready, when you feel released out enough, let's come back to center. And from here, roll onto your back. I'm going to take a block with me, so feel free to take a block as well. Roll back on the mat, and we're either doing yogi's choice, of course, we're doing a bridge pose, either doing the full active variation, or if you want to do the restorative variation, which is what the block is for. So bridge pose, feet, knees hip width distance apart, slide the heels in underneath the knees, arms alongside the body. If you're going for the active variation, press through the feet without gripping the toes on the mat, lift the hips. You can hold here, you can grab onto the edges of the mat, or even interlace all 10 fingers behind the back, walk the shoulders back. If you'd like to take the restorative option, it's the same shape, but you're going to take a block and slide it under the lower back. I'm going on the middle height here, so I can let my lower back, the sacrum, rest on the block, and that's a pretty comfortable spot, and just let my arms drop out a little bit. Good. Let's give it another 2 or 3 deep breaths. Keeping the knees pointing forward, toes pointing forward. One more deep breath. Good. Start to release out. If you're on a prop, you're going to lift the hips, remove it, hug the knees in. And of course, if it feels good, rock a little side to side, happy baby pose. All right, and how would it feel to release the lower back? Probably pretty good, right? Let's hug the right knee into the chest, straighten out your left leg on the mat. Press the left heel away. Bring your right knee closer to the right shoulder. Feel your tailbone lengthen along the back, along the mat, so that you're releasing out the left hip flexor here, right? When we sit for long periods of time, the hip flexors get really tight. We actually stretch them out when we stand up, which is why stand-up desks tend to be so good for you, right? Because you stretch that out, and it relieves lower back strain and pressure, right? Good. Let's go the other way. Release the right leg, hug the left knee in. So the right heel presses forward, the left knee draws toward your left shoulder. Lengthen the tailbone along the mat. Try to soften the shoulders. One more breath. Good. Bring both knees in toward the chest. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, bring the forehead to the knees for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Letting the legs go out on the mat. If you have any other final stretch or twist that you'd like to take before coming into Shavasana, feel free to do whatever release is going to feel good for you, working out any final kinks in the body, right? If you want to take a little twist, or if you want to do a brief reclining hip opener, you can bring the soles of the feet together with the knees dropping out here. Right, whatever feels good. Whatever's going to help you find stillness for a few moments before returning to your day, right? Before we settle into Shavasana and then return to your day, right? Okay. And when you're ready, start releasing out, coming into your Shavasana, your final relaxation this morning. Extending out the legs on the mat. Let the feet separate a little bit. Let the arms drop out toward the sides, turning your palms face up, closing the eyes. All right, just doing a brief body scan from head to toe. All right, with the eyes closed, soften the space between the eyebrows. Right, become aware of the forehead. Soften the jaw, unclenching. Becoming aware of the jaw, the mouth, the nose. Right. Bring awareness to the throat, to the shoulders, to the right shoulder, the right elbow, the right wrist, the palm of the right hand, the thumb, first finger, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, the whole right hand, the whole right arm, the left shoulder, left elbow, left wrist, palm of the right hand, left hand, thumb, first finger, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, the whole left hand, the whole left arm. Right, bringing awareness to the chest. Feel the chest soften up. The belly, bringing awareness to the hips, to the right hip, to the right leg, the knee, the calf, the ankle, the sole of the right foot, the big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, the whole right foot, the whole right leg, the left hip, the left leg, the knee, the calf, the ankle, the sole of the left foot, the big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, the whole left foot, the whole left leg, the whole front side of the body, the whole back side of the body, the whole body from head to toe, the whole body, the whole body. Begin lengthening the breath, gradually returning awareness to the body as you wiggle fingers, wiggle toes, maybe gently roll the head side to side. Reaching the arms overhead, enjoy a nice waking stretch. Pull the knees in toward the chest one more time, then roll slowly over to the right, keeping the eyes closed a little while longer. Start returning back up to a comfortable seated position on the mat. Bringing palms together at the heart. Relax your chin to your chest. Once again, connecting to the breath, following the breath as it moves in and out through the nose, in and out through the body. And always taking the opportunity to honor your efforts and honor your practice today. Namaste.